Oh,
Alright,
that's fucked up.
you baited me, you fooled me.
Why would he play a worse character than Link?
Link beats Game & Watch.
I buy that.
Like in 3-6.
Just because of, like, degenerate chain grab shit, or... And I guess,
Consistent kill
yeah.
power, can play outside of the range of down tilt. Like, has good survivability.
Yeah.
Kills super early because he kills any character that kills off the top immediately gets an advantage against Game & Watch because no bucket break in 3-6.
Yeah.
Like, he can't use bucket break. There was, you know. Good, but good range, vertical kill moves. A lot of good shit for Link in that matchup. Nave traditionally does pretty okay against Drugfreechu. Basically every PR season, if you ever look at the head-to-heads, like Nave always has like a weird skew where he has a very solid record against Drugfreechu, especially from like being usually on like the bottom half of the PR.
Yeah.
And a lot of that I think is just he's very comfortable in the Game & Watch matchup. And I think Zero Suit has a lot of good tools to kind of like work around down tilt spacing. Just with short hop Baird, like just going over the hitbox and stuff like that. She can kind of play the hit and run game with him pretty well and just outspeed him. She can stay on the ground to like play around Bacon, and her short hop is low enough where like she can kind of just threaten the space very well.
Yeah, she also has that sort of like Falcon thing going on where she can kind of just like dash, I wouldn't say dash dance camp, but like she's very able to weave in and out of the range of Game & Watch's shit.
She doesn't have to interact unless she wants to.
Yeah, precisely.
Big ol' up air right there at the end of that combo. So this is best of 5 because I believe it's top 8 now. So yeah, good shit.
Yeah, winter semis is top 8.
I'm sure that Tony's still really good. I know he hasn't been playing as much. He hasn't been around. I beat Nave on Tuesday. He was playing okay, but Nave's also like one of those players where like he's super different from day to day, depending on mentality and stuff like that. So I could see this going either way. If I had to guess, I'd probably go slight Nave favor for today.
Interesting.
I don't know. Nave's been like sounding and seeming really confident today. So.
Oh, that's a good sign then.
And I love watching Nave when he's playing well because he's actually like one of the. I would say his peaks put him at like one of the better players in the state for sure. It's just mental blocks and how easy it is to kind of like get him off kilter.
Yeah.
That really puts him behind where his gameplay like shows him to be.
Yeah, no, I mean, like, anytime that I've played against Nave in any bigger tournament, it's kind of like playing against an entirely different player, in my opinion. And it's very interesting because, like, I can't think of anyone else that is similar to that, or, like, at least to the same extent Nave is, which isn't to say he's bad at locals or anything like that, but, like, he definitely steps his game up when he's at majors, and, like, there's definitely something about his mentality that changes there.
Yeah, and, like, as his doubles partner, he's also just, like, way better at doubles because I think he has more on the line. I think he struggles with like motivation to play his best and stuff like that a lot of times where he's like, it's just too much effort right now or something like that. Which is flawed thinking, but I mean, play for the sake of playing, not for the sake of mentally taxing yourself to the point where it's not fun.
Yeah.
It's a big reason why I took as big a break as I have.
Yeah, it's a game. If you aren't having fun, you're kind of doing it wrong, especially since, like, it's not like anyone's making a living off this game anyway, so, like...
Playing Falcon every single fucking tournament I go to and just getting annihilated is just so disheartening. Like, I'm sad that Chris is not here and Chalupi's not here, but at the same time, I'm ecstatic. You know?
Yeah.
Because I know I'm going to have a more fun time competing. Like, I lost to Jack, but I'm fine with it. It's like, I played okay. Like, I wasn't playing my best, and I'm not like, oh, I got hard outclassed. But it's like, he played really well, and I was impressed with a lot of his decisions, and I'm glad to see him becoming more patient as a player.
Were you guys playing the Fox Ditto game 1? Because I didn't.
That was game 2. I beat him with Sheik game 1.
Okay, yeah. I was going to say, if you beat him in the Fox Ditto, I would have been very surprised. And
it was close. It was
yeah, you're definitely holding your own against him. But, like, it's one of those things where, like, Jack, especially as, like, a Melee Fox player, like, should be getting more out of his openings than you do just because, like, he's lapped out the combo game a lot more than you have.
He's more technically sound. I'm a lot smarter.
Oh, yeah.
And that's where the balance comes in. That's why I actually really like Fox Totoing, is because it's just like I can abuse what you want to do in terms of choice and decision. My openings suck, but I'll take like an up throw up air or an up throw back air and just like ride with it, like fuck it.
Yeah, because I mean, like even that, you're still getting positional advantage, and like you can work with that.
You still do like fucking 40 damage.
Yeah.
Stupid bullshit.
Yeah, actually, stuff like that is why I find it really interesting watching like H-Box's Fox and Falco, because like the way that he sees spacing and like limiting and taking away options is, I think, very interesting, just because you get to see the fundamental game plan of an absolutely incredible player applied in entirely foreign situations and in ways that you're used to seeing very cookie cutter, but instead you'll see him using options suboptimally but still very effectively, and that's fascinating.
It's like correctly in quotation marks.
Yes.
Yeah. I think my favorite thing to like show people is like after Zenith 2012, where you got the Mark Ditto over Mewtwo King, and it was like a huge deal. When he started playing more Falco again in like 2013, I like to show people like his follow-ups to top platform with forward air, and I was like, you know how many people did that before him? 0.
Yeah.
And the game's 12 years old, and he was just like, well, everything smooth sucks, but actually, here's where it's pretty okay, and it does like way more damage than it should. Also, I want to point out that Nave was just very much getting 4-stocked, and now he is not. And I mean, it's not the last game where it's like, if this was game 3 and DFC was up 2-0 or something, I could see him giving up. But the fact that he's like not like slumping and like he's keeping posture, he's still very much in the game, is really good to see from Nave. His mentality has definitely been making some upwards growth lately. Also, to Atomisk in the or Atomisk, whatever, in the chat saying what happened to my Falco. The controller I'm using today is I'm testing it, so it's literally the first time I played with it. I played 2 friendlies with Falco and realized immediately that it wasn't a Falco controller. It's an okay Fox controller.
What do you think distinguishes those two things?
Wave bounce. It plays okay normally. It can't wave bounce well. Like it's got just a little bit of snapback still. It needs a cap in it, but what are you gonna do? Otherwise, I would have played Falco. I love Falco. God, that landing hitbox is so fucking good.
Yeah.
Oh, let's go. Caught him being a little too patient. Good wait out there from Nave, showing just total patience, not panicking at all while playing on the defensive. Calling out a ledge dash. Ooh. I feel like he could have nared again and gotten more out of it. And he wouldn't have traded, I don't think, but still pretty good. There you go.
Top. Yeah, watching his Game & Watch in particular, or even that, or his combo game, I am seeing some rust from DFC right now.
Yeah, it happens.
Yeah.
He's definitely still like a very intelligent and sharp player, and like it shows because he's up 2-0 against Nave, who's playing pretty well. Like the fact that he almost reversed 4-stock last game shows that he's playing pretty well.
Yeah.
But Tony's just on a level of, he's on that level. He's like a top 30 player in my opinion. There you go. Big Nair caught his jump. I don't think I kind of like that gamble there too from DFC. I don't think I think he knew he lost his jump, and I think he was trying to like guess that Nave didn't know. Yeah. So he did the up B early, where it's like, what am I gonna do? Am I gonna jump aerial? Am I just gonna land? Hard gamble. A little late on the down air there. Gets the push out though. Ooh, also good reel in timing there from Nave. It feels like he kind of knows what Tony wants to do and at what timings, which is really good for him. That's how you mount a reverse 3-0. But Tony's steadfast. He's not really one to give up, especially like at winner's semis. Towards like grands, he'll give up where he's like, I'm tired, like my hands are starting to hurt.
Yeah.
Dude, my hands don't fucking hurt anymore. It's so cool.
Yeah, that's sick.
Yeah, I've been doing like physical therapy for like almost a month now.
Yeah.
And it's like night and day.
Yeah, no, that shit helped me a ton as well. It's like, that's why I was out like all of like August and like September and November and shit, just because like my left hand had some like, was probably like carpal tunnel adjacent type shit, and then my right wasn't exactly great either because I had some like issues that came up because of tennis, and then like
actual tennis elbow.
Yeah, it wasn't tennis elbow. It was actually like there's a small tendon in your wrist, and I had a small tear in that.
Oh shit.
Yeah. Which
like near the ulnar nerve or what?
No.
Did you have to do ulnar nerve stretches? Like
yes. So it was ulnar side. It's like the TFCC, if you have ever heard of that. It's like not uncommon for it to be injured from like sports, especially anything where like you have to like,
repetitive motion.
Yes. Yeah.
Also, I want to point out that fucking Tony lived forever that last stock and is now in the league like pretty significantly.
Yeah, Tony's SDI and DI is fucking incredible. I was playing friendlies with him earlier, and like literally every single thing that could possibly combo into Flash's Wolf, he DI'd immaculately. So not only could I not get a Flash follow-up, I couldn't get any follow-up off of it because he DI'd out and away and down so far that there really wasn't anything I could do by the time I got there other than just like, well, guess I'm going to shoot a laser and try to return to neutral against him.
He's a legend. Yeah. Oh, he calls the roll in and fucking Nave with the biggest ball says, I'll tech out and
nice,
I will
Nave.
take this fucking game. Let's go, Nave. I am living for steadfast resolve Nave. 2020 Nave, dude. He's here.
Yo, Haikyuu Season 3 Nave.
Season 4 now. Episode 1 dropped tonight, or today, at like noon. I can't watch it yet.
I say, I haven't even really seen any of it.
It's the best anime I've ever seen in my life. I'm on my 6th watch through right now with my partner Eli, and we're like a few episodes into Season 2, and I told him that the episode 1 of Season 4 came out today, and they apologized to me, and I was like, oh, it's fine, I'll watch it at work. And they're like, without me? I was like, oh, okay, I'll wait. So I'm like, but I'm gonna hardcore be pushy and be like, hey, we gotta get moving through the series.
Yeah, the most recent thing I was watching is I finally made my way through Revolutionary Girl Utena, which like it was a bit of a slog to get through like the first arc or so, but it was definitely worth it after it got past like the back like 10-ish episodes especially have like a lot of really interesting visual allegory shit going on, and the entire plot in general is. So I mean, it is cohesively like written, but there's a lot of stuff that you can interpret as far as like.
I don't know anything about it.
All right, that's totally fair.
Give me the rundown.
So the TLDR of it is you're kind of familiar with like the general sort of like magical girl trope of like you have like sort of like basically you have the magical girl and then you have like the warrior guardian trope as well. The warrior guardian is usually the male archetype in that relationship. So Revolutionary Girl Utena kind of flips that on its head, where the guardian character is actually a female character, Utena, who was inspired by meeting a prince when she was a very young girl who inspired her to basically continue living. And so she now kind of acts as that sort of archetype inside of the show, and other than that, it's kind of hard to describe an overall plot line of it. It's like, if I were to describe it, I honestly just think I'd make it sound like a shit show.
Fair enough.
The winner is Mr. Game &
Also, good shit to DFC and bad shit to Quam. Those are terrible picks. Spirited Away, not an anime.